Hello everybody. Before you start watching the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and be sure to comment, and don't forget to turn on the bell so you don't miss new videos. Not all tractors go into mass production, some of them exist only in a single version or as a concept on paper. It is about such tractors, see our material. Manufacturers create concepts in order to find out the reaction of consumers to new technologies, designs, or even the name of the car. If the public likes the new technique, then it can already be put into mass production. Another function of the experimental tractors is to attract visitors to various exhibitions. Therefore, such machines are often made so futuristic that their mass production is out of the question. But on the other hand, such inventions are an excellent marketing ploy that will attract the attention of buyers to the brand of the manufacturer of equipment. 1. Caterpillar Prototypes. This prototype was built in the 70s and was Caterpillar's first attempt at a modern farm tractor. Prior to that, they mainly made excavators and special equipment for the mining industry. It was tested by several farmers, and at the time it was a pretty good tractor. But Caterpillar decided not to release it, because there was nothing special about this tractor that could lure buyers from competitors. That track became the first prototype of the company, which received the status of universal tractor. When the tests were carried out, Caterpillar disguised the tractor and various engines and transmissions were installed on it. A hydraulic drive was installed on the equipment, thanks to which it was possible to immediately turn the tractor by 90. Perhaps the Bat-Track was an experimental model of their next project, the Challenger X2. The Challenger X2 is the prototype that launched the popular Challenger series. These tractors are still being produced and have a more modern look. In addition to standard prototypes, the company also produced futuristic examples that showed the engineer's vision of the agricultural machinery of the future. The most famous experimental tractor is known as the Caterpillar 3001. 2. Fendt Prototypes. The Fendt Evo 828 Vario was developed in 2001 and has a 190 horsepower 6-cylinder engine. It is based on the 818 Vario. A feature of the prototype was its speed. Evo 828 could accelerate to 65 km/h. Fendt also experimented with tractor designs. The Fendt Tri-6 Vario is a 3-axle and 6-wheel tractor developed in 2007. Its design makes it possible to increase the footprint by about 70% compared to standard tractors. Tractor maneuverability is maintained because the front and rear axles turn in sync. Driving a tractor is much more convenient and smoother than a tracked one. Tri-6 can travel on highways at a speed of 65 km/h, while the rear axle control is automatically switched off at a speed of 30 km/h and only the front axle remains steered. Fendt planned to start mass production of the tractor, but in 2012 the company froze the project. Fendt experimented not only with the axle, but also with the arrangement of the outboard equipment. In the 80s, the company introduced the 360 GT, which had agricultural units in front of the driver's cab. This location was very convenient at a time when GPS was not yet known, because tilled crops such as corn, sugar beets had to be sown very evenly. The tractor is equipped with a 3-cylinder engine with a power of 60 horsepower, and could travel at a speed of 40 km/h. He went into mass production and became very popular with farmers. Fendt experimented not only with the axle, but also with the arrangement of the outboard equipment. In the 80s, the company introduced the 360 GT, which had agricultural units in front of the driver's cab. This location was very convenient at a time when GPS was not yet known, because tilled crops such as corn, sugar beets had to be sown very evenly. The tractor is equipped with a 3-cylinder engine with a power of 60 horsepower, and could travel at a speed of 40 km/h. He went into mass production and became very popular with farmers. 3. Valtra Prototypes. In 2011, Valtra celebrated its 60th anniversary. On this occasion, the concept of small tractors was presented, which are equipped with smart wheels, an electric motor and a detachable cab. Visually, the technique resembles an ant, which justifies its name. In turn, Valtra already showed a similar prototype 10 years ago. Apparently, it was a draft version of ANTS or Mars. 4. John Deere Prototypes. John Deere began experimenting with drone tractors back in 1999. The tractor was intended for spraying crops and tillage. The equipment was controlled remotely using a computer, and a GPS tracker was also installed on the tractor. The tractor remained a prototype and did not go into mass production. This walking tractor, which resembles a mixture of a spider and a Star Wars walker, was developed by Timberjack, which was a subsidiary of John Deere from 2000 to 2006. The walker tractor was used to cut logs and store them. 5. New Holland Prototypes. Boomer 8N is a modern tractor in an old suit that was released in 2009. After the presentation of the prototype, New Holland decided to put the old-fashioned 8N on the line. The tractor was appreciated by a large number of lovers of vintage equipment. A feature of this tractor is its engine. It runs on hydrogen, similar to that used on the Toyota Mirai. The power of the hydrogen engine is 106 horsepower. Externally, the tractor is no different from the New Holland T6000, only carbon dioxide comes out of the exhaust pipe of the latter, and water, or rather steam, comes out of the prototype. 6. Case IH Prototypes. This is how Case IH envisions the tractor of the future. This futuristic tractor exists only on paper as drawings and developments. There are no concrete details from Case IH about the technical specifications of the concept, but it is known that it will have a 1,000 horsepower engine, as well as the possibility of remote control. One of the most famous prototypes of 2016, which we have already written about. At the Farm Progress Show in the US, Case IH unveiled a Magnum-based drone tractor. In order for the tractor to start working, you need to set up a route and set the boundaries for which the tractor should not go. The tractor can detect obstacles, it stops in front of them and waits for further instructions, or goes around if you have marked the obstacle in advance. If a moving machine crosses the path of the tractor, it will stop, let it pass and continue moving. The tractor is equipped with radar and LiDAR, can report a critical fuel level in advance and asks for refueling. Prototypes are a kind of beta version of the company's future tractors. From them you can determine which direction you will choose for the next few years. And although most of the prototypes will not go into mass production, they will at least please the public with their futuristic design.